Blood on the Banana Leaves. The title alone evokes a sense of foreboding, a hint of the dark events that are about to unfold in this quiet village. The air was thick, almost suffocating. It clung to Kaya's skin like a shroud, making every breath feel heavy and labored. The humidity was relentless, wrapping around her like an invisible cloak, adding to the weight of the night. Night had fallen on the village, blanketing it in an uneasy silence. The kind of silence that makes you feel like the world is holding its breath. Only the crickets dared to break the quiet, their incessant chirping a stark contrast to the stillness that enveloped everything else. Kaya hurried home, clutching a basket of mangoes to her chest. Their sweet scent did little to mask the metallic tang that suddenly pierced the air. She had picked the ripest ones, their golden skins promising a burst of flavor, but now their sweetness seemed out of place, almost mocking in the face of the growing dread. A low growl echoed from the tree line, sending shivers down her spine. It was a sound that seemed to come from the depths of the earth, primal and menacing. Then, a high-pitched shriek sliced through the night, sharp and chilling. It was a sound that made her heart race, her instincts screaming at her to run. It was a sound that made her blood run cold. The sound of a Manananggal, a creature of nightmares, half woman, half monster, known for its thirst for blood. The stories she had heard as a child came rushing back, tales of terror and death that now seemed all too real. Panic seized her. The mangoes tumbled from her grasp, forgotten as she ran towards the safety of her home. Her feet pounded against the ground, her breath coming in ragged gasps. She could feel the creature's presence behind her, a dark shadow that threatened to engulf her. The Manananggal was hunting tonight. Its hunger was insatiable, its desire for blood unquenchable. Kaya knew she had to reach her home, the only place where she might find some semblance of safety. But the night was long, and the creature was relentless. The village, once a place of peace, had become a hunting ground, and Kaya was its prey. Whispers from the past. Every culture harbors its monsters. They lurk in the shadows, whispered about in hushed tones. The Manananggal is one such creature deeply ingrained in Filipino folklore. Its name, derived from the Tagalog word tanggal, speaks to its horrifying ability to detach its upper body and sprout bat-like wings. Some believe the legend originated from pre-colonial folklore. Others speculate it is a product of Spanish colonialism and the Catholic Church's influence. Regardless, the Manananggal has become a staple of Filipino horror. Its upper torso, resembling a beautiful woman, belies its true nature. The lower half, often left behind, is a gruesome sight. A creature of parts. The Manananggal is a creature of duality, both beautiful and repulsive. It is most active during the darkest hours of the night, drawn to the scent of blood, particularly that of pregnant women and newborns. Despite its monstrous appetite, it possesses a cunning intelligence. Some tales describe it mimicking the voices of loved ones. Its eyes are always described as glowing red. Its wings, often compared to those of a giant bat, are leathery and tattered. The creature's most distinguishing feature is its long, retractable tongue. It uses this tongue to drain the blood of its victims. The hunt begins. As darkness descends, the Manananggal begins its hunt. It detaches its upper body from its lower half. With a blood-curdling shriek, it takes to the skies. The creature is drawn to the scent of blood, and pregnant women are its preferred prey. It perches on rooftops, its long tongue snaking through cracks. Once it locates its prey, it uses its deceptive beauty to lull them into a false sense of security. The Manananggal's methods are as gruesome as they are effective. Its long tongue pierces its victim's chest, draining their blood. The creature then feasts on the heart and liver of its victim. Despite its terrifying power, the Manananggal is not invincible. One of its most well-known vulnerabilities is its aversion to sunlight. The first rays of dawn are fatal to the creature. Another weakness is its sensitivity to certain herbs and spices, particularly garlic. Villagers often hang garlands of garlic around their homes as protection. Salt, vinegar, and holy water are also believed to have similar effects. If the creature's lower body is discovered, it can be rendered powerless by sprinkling salt, ash, or crushed garlic on the severed torso. The Manananggal's existence is a solitary one. Cursed to live in the shadows, it is forever separated from humanity. This isolation adds a layer of tragedy to the creature's legend. The Manananggal's story is a cautionary tale, a reminder of the darkness within us all. It is also a story about the power of belief and the strength that comes from facing our fears. The Manananggal's legacy extends beyond folklore, becoming a popular figure in Filipino art, literature, and film. Many stories about the Manananggal explore the themes of beauty and vanity. Some tales suggest that the creature was once a beautiful woman who made a pact to maintain her youthful appearance. This pact came at a terrible price, transforming her into the monstrous creature she is today. The Manananggal's insatiable hunger for blood is often interpreted as a metaphor for the all-consuming nature of vanity. True beauty, these stories suggest, lies not in physical perfection, but in the kindness and compassion we show to others. The creature's association with blood speaks to deeper cultural anxieties about fertility and the vulnerability of life. Section 8. Beyond the Myths. The Manananggal is more than just a monster. It is a reflection of the hopes, fears, and anxieties of the Filipino people. Its story has been passed down through generations, evolving and adapting to reflect the changing times. The Manananggal is a product of its environment, shaped by the unique cultural and historical forces of the Philippines. Passed down through generations, the stories of the Manananggal have taken on a life of their own. The creature has become a popular subject in art, literature, and film. Its enduring appeal lies in its ability to tap into our deepest fears and desires. Section 9. Manananggal on the screen. The Manananggal's chilling image has captivated audiences on the big screen. Filipino cinema has embraced the creature, featuring it in numerous horror films. These films often use the Manananggal as a metaphor for social and political anxieties. One notable example is the 1994 film Aswang, which reimagines the Manananggal myth in a contemporary setting. More recently, the 2018 film Eerie uses the Manananggal myth to explore the psychological toll of trauma and repression. Eerie garnered international acclaim for its atmospheric cinematography and psychological depth. The Manananggal's presence in modern media demonstrates its continued relevance in Filipino society. Section 10. A legacy of fear and fascination. The Manananggal has become a symbol of terror in Filipino culture. Its legend serves as a cautionary tale, reminding people of the dangers lurking in the shadows. Despite its frightening reputation, the Manananggal also holds a certain fascination for Filipinos. The creature's duality speaks to the complex nature of human nature itself. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in reclaiming the Manananggal from its monstrous reputation. This reinterpretation reflects a broader trend in contemporary art and literature to challenge traditional narratives. Section 11. Conclusion. The Enduring Shadow. The Manananggal, the winged horror of Filipino folklore, continues to captivate and terrify. More than just a monster, the Manananggal serves as a potent symbol of the Philippines' rich cultural heritage. The creature's presence in modern media demonstrates its continued relevance. As the Philippines continues to evolve, the Manananggal will likely continue to evolve alongside it. The creature's chilling presence will continue to haunt the imaginations of Filipinos for generations to come.